Hello everyone, welcome to Urbanscape Bangalore, and in today's episode we will be looking at container arrangements. So in this container arrangement we will be using the agave plant and the begonia plant. So let us first look at the agave plant. The agave plant is a drought tolerant plant and is a native of Mexico and South America. They are stemless and they have fleshy fibrous leaves with spines at the end. An interesting fact about the agave is that tequila is made out of a variety of agave. The agave that I have here has a blue tinge, and if you guys are able to name this particular agave, then please write into me in the below comment section. The agave has a very shallow root system and it needs a very wide container to grow. The agave is a perennial and it generally dies after giving out flowers. But do not worry, it takes a lot of time for the agave to give out those flowers, and even when it dies, it gives out those offsets or those baby agaves which you can use to propagate a new plant. So my agave is a little pot bound, so tease the roots. Trust me, it will do no harm, because you want to prevent the root from growing in the soil in this circular fashion, because it is detrimental to the growth of the plant. Another interesting fact about the agave is that it is used to suture wounds. So drainage is a very important aspect of growing an agave plant. So I've used a lot of drainage material. You can use broken tiles, crocs as necessary. Your container must have a drainage hole. That is very important. Another interesting fact about the agave is that they give out this nectar. People use that in their cuisines. Now let us look at the potting medium. So I've used around 80 to 85% of river sand. So this helps in drainage. I've used a lot of it. Half of the container is filled with sand. Break the clumps wherever necessary. Level the ground. And then add the plant and check the level again. If you're not really satisfied with the level, then remove excess potting medium. So this is my centerpiece, and you need to either place it in the middle or at the back. So I am placing this in the middle. So the agave loves full sun to part shade. So this is the other potting medium that we will be using to cover up the plant. So it contains garden soil and coco peat. I'm not using compost because fertilization is not really required for the agave, because the more you fertilize, the plant will give out the flowers really soon and it will die. So that is not what we want. The agave will flower after a long time, so let us keep it that way. So it's just sand, garden soil and some coco peat. The begonia plant that I will be using as a companion plant for this also does not really like fertilizers, so it's a perfect companion plant. It takes full sun to part shade. Again, it does not really like too much of water. It can still survive in drought like conditions. But the agave needs to be watered once in a while if the drainage is really good. So here the drainage is really good, and you must also check what kind of container you're using. So if it is ceramic, then you must note that ceramic does not really ooze out water, so the drainage must be really good. So now let us add the begonia plant. So I'm adding the begonia plant in the periphery. So I have propagated these plants by myself. These are not shop bought. So if you find these loose stems that have come off, then add it into the soil and it will grow. It's as simple as that. So the begonia is a versatile plant, and it's the perfect plant for this particular container arrangement. So if you pinch the begonia at the tips, what will happen is the begonias will become bushy. So I will be doing that once the agave grows. The begonias can also be grown using leaves. See, you can use other plants like the syngonium also, but I wanted some element of color and flower in this particular arrangement, so I thought the begonia was ideal. This particular container has seen a lot of plants in its lifespan. I've used and taken off plants from this container, so this is like, I think, the 5th container arrangement. You have to be a little careful about the spines. It pricks really hard, and it has a very weird burning sensation as well, but it is not poisonous, do not worry. So now you can top dress it with some pebbles. So I'm using some aquarium pebbles, polished pebbles, or you can use rocks as well, or you can just leave it as it is. It's okay. So the arrangement is almost done. Last few final touches, and your arrangement is done. So keep this in a part shade or a full sunlight position. So I am keeping it near a wall which is covered with a chhaja, so it does not get direct sunlight, but it is in a position that gets bright sunlight, which means that there is a lot of brightness but no direct sunlight. Now add water till the water comes out of the drainage hole. So that is it, folks. Thank you for watching Urbanscape Bangalore, and if you like this video, then please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you.